Waiting on a few more people to check in, then we'll get busy. What's up, Noah Truth? How are you, my man? Yeah, I'm putting in a little extra work myself. Share this to your friends, man. Let's get a big audience for this because I have two important subjects to discuss. All right, let's get going. And I'm just going to dive right into this. According to a report, the WNBA agrees to, ready for this number? A $2.2 billion 11-year media rights deal with ESPN, Amazon, and NBC. Let me read that again. USA Today provides the source. The WNBA agrees to a $2.2 billion 11-year media rights deal with ESPN, Amazon, and NBC. Let me dive in right there. As y'all heard me say last time, according to sources also, and a few media YouTube channels that I watched, and I have since confirmed, I don't know how to say. I don't know what to feel about this. The WNBA is currently trying to give away their championship series to other media partners. Let me say that again. They're trying to give away now their rights to the WNBA finals in anticipation of Caitlin Clark not appearing in said series. Now, I pose a question. What if the Indiana Fever do make it all the way to the WNBA finals and the Chief Network gave away the media rights to it? How would they feel? How do y'all think they would feel then? Huh? How would they feel? How would the WNBA feel? Because you want a conspiracy theory? Here it is. You know they're trying to keep the Indiana Fever from A, achieving a playoff spot, and B, getting to the WNBA finals in the first year of the Caitlin Clark era. You know they're trying to prevent that. So, and this is going to be considered a conspiracy theory to a lot of people, so screw it. I'm going to say it aloud. They're trying to prevent Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever from A, figuring it out, and B, getting to the champion to get at least the conference championship series. Why do I say at least? Because if this team ever puts it all together and Christy Sides ever begins to continuously and consistently, I don't know, coach the team, there's a new dynasty in the works. And yes, the Las Vegas Aces are the defending two-time champions. That they are. And they are getting their act together. True again. Not going to argue that. But there are some other teams that want a piece of this. Back to the subject at hand. $2.2 billion 11-year deal. The current national media contracts, according to USA Today, through the 2025 season average about $50 million annually. The new deal with ESPN, Amazon, and NBC, approved Tuesday, will pay the league $2.2 billion over the next 11 years for an average of, ready for this, $200 million a year. And it could be even more lucrative, according to The Athletic. Call it part of the Caitlin Clark effect. Ain't that the truth? Engelbert made her comment in anticipation of a huge growth in popularity for the WNBA on the eve of the league draft when the Fever made the college phenom out of Iowa the number one pick. The WNBA partnered with the NBA, which negotiated the contracts as part of its own rights talks, resulting in an agreement with Disney, NBC, and Amazon on approximately $75 billion over 11 years. The NBA's board of governors approved the new terms, which are still pending. The current media partners, Disney, Ion, CBS, and Amazon, and The Athletic reported that in addition to the next deal, the WNBA could negotiate with new partners on 2 separate rights packages to total another $60 million annually. Now, let me finish the article. That new total could pay the WNBA more than 6 times its current fees. 6 times its current fees. The league and its media partners also have agreed to revisit the rights contracts in 3 years to measure the value against the league's growth. Okay. Now, with all that read, I dare anyone who can follow the money, who can follow the trends, and who can follow what's going on with the WNBA right now, which is, in basic terms, a drama show. It's not about basketball anymore. It's about drama. And a lot of the players seem to drum up their own drama. I said it. Tell me this is not a direct effect from having Caitlin Clark. Chaos Reign. So how much this blank gonna make now in terms of their contract for their players? That is going to be measured out, and I'll have to see. We'll have to see how the new numbers are, because everything will take effect in 2025. The who control the refs control the game. Haven't we seen that before? So many times over? So I guess people are still going to push Angel Reese, she who said, I guess certain people get a special whistle, as their rookie of the year. And I'm jumping around with the WNBA right now because there are a few things I've wanted to cover, but I stepped back for a little bit to give myself a little more time to rest. Brian Will, evening, sir. What you got? WNBA to start this conversation. Tell me all of these new rights fees and the money that's going to be pouring in over the next decade is not a direct result of number 22. Are there other rookies that came in this draft? Absolutely. Angel Reese. Shucks, I cannot remember her name. Cameron Brink. Those are your top 3 right there. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Cameron Brink. Now riddle me this, Batman. Of those 3, which one of those 3, and there's a very obvious answer, so this makes this an obvious rhetorical question. Which one of those 3 do you think has sold out every single game, home and road, that she's played? I don't even have to make a joke of this and play the Jeopardy theme because y'all already know the answer. It's Caitlin Clark. Who else? Who else has that effect or has had this effect on the WNBA this year? Who done that? Who's done that? Caitlin Clark has. There has not been this kind of growth in fandom. There has not been this kind of growth in viewership or anything. Not since Not until Caitlin Clark showed up. Not until Caitlin Clark showed up. And I've been a fan of the WNBA since its inception in 1997. Cynthia Cooper, hello. Rebecca Lobo, hello. You know, BGS posed a question to my beauty, who's a better sharpshooter, Caitlin Clark or Reggie Miller? And my beauty's first response was, ooh.
Good question, but it's got to be Reggie Miller. And it's only because he's been around longer.
I can agree with that.
Caitlin Clark will catch up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she may exceed him. But for the moment,
it's Reggie Miller.
It's Reggie.
It's Reggie Miller. Well, there's your answer, folks. Courtesy of my beautiful wife. There's your answer. Her answer is Reggie Miller, and she said something that is so on point and so true. Only because CC is a rookie. 22 brings more eyes to the game. The female Tim Tebow with more appeal. Yeah, and given the fact that unlike Tim Tebow, she can actually play the game well. Very, very, very well. Has the Indiana Fever struggled in their first season with Caitlin Clark? Absolutely. I mean, hell, there was a game last night they could have snatched in Dallas. Couldn't do it because they turned the ball over 6 times in the final 4 minutes. But anybody who has watched this team knows the chemistry is there. Or let me change my sentence for all the trolls that are going to come in. The chemistry is getting there. Speaking of trolls, let me address something that I saw on another video. The title, let me bring this title up for you guys. Let me bring this title up for you guys. And while I'm researching this, I want you to keep this in mind. I want you to keep in mind that a lot of these come from people that basically don't watch on a daily basis. And I'm not one to say, and I'm not one scared to say that. Matter of fact, you know what this particular person that thinks he knows basketball says that Caitlin Clark is a stat patter. Listen to some of these titles. Caitlin Clark accused of stat padding with seconds left. What? Historic empty night. Arike Ogunbowale destroyed Caitlin Clark historic night. First of all, learn how to spell, will you please? Second of all, learn how to form complete sentences, will you please? And third of all, learn the meaning of possessions, will you? Destroyed? Really? I don't think Caitlin Clark's night was destroyed when considering the fact that Caitlin Clark achieved another rookie record with 19 assists in a game, coupled with 24 points. So lose the destroyed, will you please? And from looking at this guy's videos, he's obviously a Chicago Sky fan. If I'm wrong, I am wrong. But I'm just looking at the tenor of some of his videos. Here is another one that I looked at, and I sent it to a friend of mine, and he says I owe him 11 minutes of his time back, which I will grant, because I couldn't believe I was listening to this either. You know, this guy had the unmitigated gall. I mean that. The unmitigated gall to say that there has been shady officiating against the Chicago Sky. Let me say that again. Let me say that. Let me say that again louder. That there is a hidden agenda against Angel Reese's Chicago Sky. First of all, if there is a hidden agenda against anyone in the WNBA, sir, it's against Caitlin Clark. Oh, you didn't hear me? Let me say it again. If there is a conspiracy theory and a hidden agenda against anyone, it's against Caitlin Clark. It's against Caitlin Clark. Yes, I said it aloud, and I mean every weight of it. Hidden agenda exposed? My ass. What game are you watching? Apparently, you didn't see the game or games at the top of the season where Caitlin Clark was getting shoved to the ground, whacked in the head, pushed in the back, and other things. Apparently, you didn't see that. More to the point, apparently, you don't want to see that. And people call me one-sided. Hey, at least when I'm one-sided, if something is pointed out as fact, I acknowledge as such. You don't. You are not on point, though you have that in your name. You are not on point. Let me get back to work. The WNBA is getting a $2.2 billion cash infusion over the next 10 years. They need to do something with it, and it needs to surround Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is a finished product. Caitlin Clark is a polished product. And yet, you know what the crazy thing is? She's going to get better, and she's going to be worth every penny of this infusion and every penny of this investment. Every damn penny. So for all of you that have accused CC of stat padding, of being overrated, and that really pisses me off, that you would fix, how does Victor put it? That you would fix your whole mouth. That you would fix your whole mouth to say that Caitlin Clark is stat padding? Really? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Or let me change that, because if I say it and then someone else says something dumber, then I would have to revise my statement. Let me revise it now. That's the dumbest thing I have heard someone say to date. Yeah, hidden agenda. How about this for a hidden agenda? Teams have figured out who Angel Reese is. How about this for a hidden agenda? Teams have figured out how to play her. How about this for a hidden agenda? The New York Liberty showed the blueprint. Oh, you didn't hear that third part, did you? Let me try again. How about the fact that the third part of this is the fact that the New York Liberty exposed the blueprint to silence Angel Reese? Here is the reason why Angel Reese, I believe, is going to be silenced the remainder of the year. In a short sentence, she has no jump shot. I have said from the top of the season, if Angel Reese can improve her game in any way, how about a 15-foot jump shot, a mid-ranger? She doesn't have to step back behind the arc and hit threes. That's not her specialty. One of her specialties is being in the post. I never said anything different. I would love for her to have the balls to complete her game and add a mid-range jump shot. Just add a mid-ranger, will you? But to say something very controversial to some of these trolls that think they know the WNBA, Angel Reese is too chicken shit to develop a jump shot. And I say this from watching her games. I've seen her take one or two, maybe, but work on it, will you? Most of those rebounds she's got to lead the WNBA are offensive rebounds. Thank you to Villainous News for joining us tonight. If you like what you hear, subscribe and like. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Show some support with a super chat. And if you want to immediately help the Snowman's cause for his family, show some love with a Cash App. Will you just complete the game, Angel, and add a jump shot? Bill Laimbeer did. Hell, Bill Laimbeer snuck out to the 3-point line and extended his career. You know who else extended their career by adding a jump shot? Look up the name Jack Sikma. Oh, you didn't hear me. Let me try this again. Look up the name Tom Chambers. And thank you to Villainous News for subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciated. Complete the game. Complete your game, Angel. Please. Complete your game because you got a big fat hole in your game that's missing. You know why Caitlin Clark's career is going to last longer than Angel Reese's career? Because Caitlin Clark can shoot the basketball. Well, how do you like them apples? Let me say it again. Caitlin Clark can shoot the basketball well. Anybody who watched her at Iowa, RC, thank you for coming in. You know the story. And now the WNBA over the next 10 years is going, beginning in next year, is going to get $2.2 billion over the next 10 years. You can read the tea leaves from 100 miles away. You can read the tea leaves from 100 miles away that says you got your wish, you got your eyes, you got some incoming money. Now do something with it. And I still haven't heard from Kathy Engelbert about the hard fouls being taken against Caitlin Clark. And yes, RC, I am becoming a Kennedy Carter fan myself. She can play. In fact, that would be a premier matchup in the conference final, wouldn't it? $2.2 billion over the next 10 years for media rights. You have a golden opportunity, Kathy Engelbert. And I mean a golden opportunity. Thank you, Trell. You're right. Vince Carter extended his career with a jump shot. And RC, you just brought up a point that I'm going to discuss right now. I want y'all to take a look and a listen to this comment right here. Everyone wants us to support the WNBA players all over the place, but nobody wants us to like Caitlin Clark. Too late. Too late. While I'm thinking about players who extended their career with a jump shot, I'm going to say a name everybody should be familiar with when he added a jump shot to his game and became the greatest player of all time. His name is Michael Jordan. Because remember, when he came into the league in 1984 and in 85, his jump shot was not as wet as it was when he left the game in 2003. What did Michael Jordan work on from his college days up until the end of his time? A jump shot. Angel Reese, you have the solution to make yourself into a much better player. Change your attitude and you can even become a marketable player. But Caitlin Clark has the weapon you don't have, Angel Reese, and that is a jump shot. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. Let me say it again. There is one big fat advantage that Caitlin Clark will forever have over Angel Reese. Simply put, a jump shot. Period. A jump shot. And because Caitlin Clark has a jump shot, her career is going to last as long as Diana Taurasi and have a lot have the same impact as Diana Taurasi and the same impact as, I don't know, Wardell Stephen Curry. Oh, there's another name. Thank you, RC. You know who else extended their career with a jump shot and fought off injuries? Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe convinced VC Vinsanity to retire while he was on top and not play forever like LeBron. I'm sorry. RC, Angel wants to be Asia Wilson so bad. RC, let me dispel that argument right now. Ain't no way she's going to be Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson can actually play the game. Oops, did I say that? Let me try again. Testing, 1, 2. Asia Wilson has a much better, well-rounded game and can play better than Angel Reese. Oops, did I say that? When she realized, when Angel Reese realizes, hey, there are some things I need to work on, and uses the Olympic break as a start, which is what the Indiana Fever are doing. They're concentrating on resting after the All-Star game. They're concentrating on resting and getting their chemistry better. Because when April 16th comes along, which is August. Why did I say April? When August 16th comes along, which is their next game, they better be ready to make this stretch run. It seems strange to me that when Angel Reese was on this impressive, yes, I said impressive because it was such impressive double streak, which was set by the great Candace Parker. And I love some Candace Parker. Okay. I saw Candace Parker play at Naperville Central. That kind of ability is there for Angel Reese for the taking. Just shape up your game. If you're not afraid to. Yeah, Angel Reese, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out to shape your game up. I'm calling you out to make the game better. And while we're making the game better, can we make the WNBA All-Star Weekend better? Because the three-point contest is something I had watched for the longest time with the WNBA. I will not be watching it this year. Why? Their selection of who will participate in said contest omits their top two shooters, Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark. I would like to ask a question of the WNBA All-Star Weekend planners. When you omitted purposely Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Let me say it again.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Because they fucked that up bad. Hit the tip jar if you can also, folks. That will help the Snow Strong Foundation. Just how? How do you do that? Why do you do that? Why do you do that and not? How do you? I just have so many crazy questions that I still don't believe that they omitted Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark. That just seems crazy to me. It's just wild to me that they omitted Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? How can you omit your two best shooters in the game? Especially since Sabrina Ionescu had a legendary shootout against one of the Splash Brothers. And I'm going to miss the Splash Brothers, man. I am, though. You know what I'd love to see? I would love to see the Splash Sisters, Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark, against the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something, though? If the NBA can get it right with a crossover in front of 65,000 people in Indianapolis, Indiana. And there it is. Thank you, RC. Since Sabrina didn't want to do it, Caitlin said, no, thank you. Bingo. So you're shooting. This is how pathetic this All-Star weekend is going to be for the WNBA, because your two best shooters basically said, fuck you, I'm not doing this competition. How does that make you feel, WNBA? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel when your two best shooters will not participate in what was supposed to be the premier competition of All-Star Friday? The premier competition of All-Star Friday was the three-point contest, and now it's going to be the most pathetic part of the competition. Pathetic. Because your two best shooters will not participate. That's just plain foul. And this is on the heels of you getting that cash infusion. And you don't want your two best players to play? Really? Absolutely, Lawrence Ross. I got the love when I showed this.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Because the WNBA is doing it again. The WNBA is doing it again. No Kelsey Plum, no Kelsey Mitchell, no Jackie Young, no Jewel Lloyd. None of them are competing in the three-point competition. Matter of fact, riddle me this, Batman. When the hell did Jonquel Jones ever get a three-point jumper? Have I missed something over the years? Have I missed something over the years? Have I been that blind? Have I been that blind to miss when apparently Jonquel Jones got a jump shot? And nothing against Jonquel Jones. She's a great player, but what the hell is she doing in the three-point contest? You know what? Since you can't get Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Sabrina Ionescu, and Caitlin Clark to participate in your three-point contest, kill it. Just kill it. You got your the best three-point shooting contest that they could have put together would have featured these names. And RC, thank you. Kelsey Plum from the Aces, Kelsey Mitchell from the Fever, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Sabrina Ionescu, and, of course, Caitlin Clark. You add 2 more shooters from the current list that they have, and you got your competition. That's like taking Larry Bird out of the three-point competition in the NBA All-Star game on Saturday night. That's like asking Kevin Duckworth, Bill Cartwright, Greg Ostertag to join a three-point contest. What? That's like asking Shaquille O'Neal to hit 10 straight free throws. They asked Sabrina Ionescu to participate. She said nope. And Caitlin Clark said, then I'm not doing it either. Nah, 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 nah. Let me reveal the list of who is actually participating in the three-point contest. Stephanie Dolson from the Washington Mystics, Alicia Gray from the Atlanta Dream, Jonquel Jones from the New York Liberty, Marina Mabry, formerly of the Chicago Sky, now with the Connecticut Sun, and Kayla McBride from the Minnesota Lynx. Now, I said I'm a WNBA fan as well as a WNBA insider, but to this and this only, who the hell are these people? Who in the Vita Blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell made these invites? You know how legendary a three-point contest would have been if you had Plum, Mitchell, Young, Lloyd, Ionescu, and Clark? Apparently, you want the same eyes that you worked so hard to get on your product to be off your product. Because the All-Star Weekend Showcase is where you were supposed to strengthen your views. Who's that? I think that's Pumpkin. Pumpkin. One of my cats. Sorry about that. See, even Pumpkin's not happy with those decisions. Even that is going to decrease the eyes. All I got to think is, really? You're not going to ask your 2 best shooters or 6 of your best shooters not to participate? What? And Kennedy Carter won't be either, and she deserves that nod. She abso-freaking-lutely deserves that nod. And unfortunately, she ain't going to get it. She didn't get it. Well, I'm out of bullets and I'm out of time. If y'all like what you heard, do me a favor, support the channel by hitting the like and hitting the subscribe button. Let me know where you are listening and or watching from. And also, if you could do me a favor, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. If you can support via Cash App, the sign you need is $ Tallman Dr. K50. Any little bit will help us get to our next spot. I will relaunch the GoFundMe of the Snowman Stadium Tour on Monday, because I want to get that done too. I want to get that done too. Hell, I may do it tomorrow. What's up, Chaos Rain? Hey, Chaos, you want to come up for a minute? I got. How much time do I have? I have about. No, I better not, because my wife's home. Thank you, Chaos. I appreciate it. This was totally improvised. Like I said, if y'all like what you hear, please support me and my family with a Cash App as we're trying to really, really get back on our feet. You know what? I'll do it. Come on up, Chaos. Anybody want to come up for a couple of minutes? I'll give you a couple. I'll give you a couple of minutes. What the hell? What the hell? And I'll put every subject on the table that I had tonight. I just can't stay up too late because, like I said, my wife came home and she's exhausted. She heard me talking about WNBA basketball and Caitlin Clark and some of the best players that I've watched, and her eyes went like 300 sizes bigger. Let me turn this light on here. Matter of fact, no, I'm just going to put the. I'm going to do this audio only. What's up, Chaos?
Hold on. I'm trying. Okay, I'd say okay. What's good, Snowman? I hope you can hear me good, man.
I got you, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. So it makes me wonder, cause the average, what they call it, these contracts these players sign, like 3-year, 4-year, 5-year deal. Yeah. I wonder now, will they be 6 figures now, official now? Some of these players now, with this big ass.
Some, yes. You got to remember, this 2.2 billion is going to be spread over 11 years.
Okay.
Which means somebody in marketing is dropping the ball.
Okay. Wait. Matter of fact, I forgot. Will they pay this should pay off their debts that they owe because they've been taking a loss for 20 years.
Oh, yeah. They've been taking a loss since their inception.
So with this contract, that pays off the little debt they took a hit for almost a generation. Am I right?
It should. But
because
again,
now you got to now know how to do the money now. The money has to spread out now properly. First, you deal with your debts. Now you got to spend money on real rebranding, marketing, and that means you got to have somebody that you could trust. That means you fire a stupid chick. If they have a woman that's in charge, get rid of her. Get a man. Run that now. Don't let the woman. Let me tell you something, because it's my first time on this podcast.
Go for it.
The ladies have failed to make whatever they had since the NBA gave them a little what they call a league of their own since 1997 to make this profitable. Now that they had this woman that they've been bigging up for the last 3 or 4 years in college, now that she's playing for the NBA, you're gonna have to market her now properly now to get some revenue in here. If these women want to get those money, they're not getting the amount of money the NBA made because they've been putting work for a long time since existence. That's going to be you're not going to catch that. So the second best thing is they could make your players 6 figures. That's the best you're going to get. Until you make profit.
Here's where I say marketing dropped the ball. And they've dropped it several times. First of all, the WNBA, since its inception in 1997, has had 2 dynasties, the Los Angeles Sparks and the Houston Comets.
Okay.
But slowly the Houston Comets went away, and debt was part of the reason. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that since your inception in 1997, that you couldn't hire someone in marketing to bring in a ton of money the same way the NBA does?
Yeah.
What's up, Inspired?
Or somebody that's up to the task. Say, I could really brand you ladies into something. You might not make a lot, but I can make use to brand you properly. No person, and we all know most people that's
now.
Go ahead, Naughty. American.
I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting because to be straight up, thank you, Snowman, for inviting me.
Not a problem.
I usually don't even watch the WNBA. To be straight up, only reason I'm interested now is because of this Caitlin ball player.
Yep.
And
Caitlin Clark.
I'm thinking it's just as simple as they don't like her because she's got a white face. But that's the players. But as far as business-wise, the WNBA upper management, they got billions of dollars spread out over how many years? And I'm willing to bet that they're going to squander that money. I don't.
They've
I
already
don't know
squandered it.
if. I don't know if it's corruption or them being just a bunch of inept people, but they're wasting this woman. They're wasting her. If she
Once
had been
again,
a man in the NBA, she would have been on a damn star by now.
once again,
Yeah.
what's the question I always play?
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Because they fucked it up.
Yeah, they definitely
They
did f
drafted
up the money.
They drafted Caitlin
They
Clark.
dropped the ball. No pun
They
intended.
dropped the ball with Diana Taurasi. They dropped the ball with Candace Parker. They certainly dropped the ball with the first year with Rebecca Lobo and company.
Wow.
Right? Because if they didn't drop they dropped the ball with Becky Hammond. Find the lie. I challenge anybody to find the lie.
It makes terrible business.
And you know what's funny? I did not know about Diana Taurasi. They dropped the ball, especially with her, because come here in the East Coast, especially when I heard about her when she was playing for UConn, and it was very much unpopping. And when she was drafted, so I don't know what team she played for. I don't know, it was Phoenix Suns. So I forgot which one was it. But I'm thinking at the time they could have made you. They could have took way advantage of that back in the mid 2000s. We're almost 20 years after this. Now there's traction out, and that's why with Diana Taurasi and then asking why she's not in the Olympics, I can swear because WNBA did her wrong. Right. And now I say you take this woman and then say you fuck up with me. Now it makes sense.
It does.
It's on them, bro. That's why people say, well, no, because they fucked up long time ago, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They
fucked up that's what's
first year.
That's what's from here. Yeah, they fuck up from here. Yeah,
because they don't put their stars where they need to be, which is what class?
Yeah,
in the spotlight.
Yeah,
in the spotlight.
Who's going to hold them accountable? I mean, this money. Yeah. How long is this going to be spread out for?
11 years.
11. That's a long time. That's a generation. So what's the excuse for not? I mean, even the All-Star weekend, it's not like I'm going to watch that mug, but it would have been interesting to see some women who could actually shoot the ball. I would probably watch it. That means
like I said, it's like I said earlier in the show,
brother. They're losing sponsors off of that shit. Sponsors,
and there is wherein
that's money,
and why I said,
and that's why the NBA with the men make all the money because they put asses in the seats, and the sponsors are watching them.
Correct.
The WNBA can't follow suit. They got a handout to them basically, and they're gonna sit on it for 11 years. I bet.
You know what? This is where I say they dropped the ball with marketing.
Yes, sir.
Because there is incompetency across the board in the WNBA board of directors. There is incompetency across the board because the first couple years. The first year you can use as a feel out year to see, okay, which way do we go and with whom?
Yeah, exactly.
That first year is when you take your notes. Because the first year I got into play-by-play, I was taking notes from any and everybody that would listen to me. That's when you take your notes. The second year is when you start to apply what you've learned. And considering where the WNBA is at right now, were it not for Caitlin Clark, they've learned nothing. Because you've allowed your golden goose to get beat up, chopped in the head, pushed around, and Kathy Engelbert basically has said nothing.
Without any pushback whatsoever.
None. Say that again.
No pushback.
Say that again for those of us in the cheap seats at the old Capitol Center in Landover,
They're
Maryland.
not giving any pushback from management, from the top on down, and they can't blame that on sexism. They can't blame it on toxic masculinity and any other ism that they can come up with.
Yep.
It's just so sad, man. It's like wasted talent. It's just wasted talent.
Wasted talent and a wasted opportunity. They are wasting the William.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Am I lying?
That's never gonna get old.
Am I lying? Listen, the great VGS, the legendary VGS sent me that clip.
How?
The legendary VGS sent me that clip, and when he attached it with the WNBA, I can't stop playing it because there's no lie.
It's early in the game. They have a chance to redeem themselves. How do you think they should go about that, though?
Blow up the. You know what? I'll say it the way it needs to be said. In terms of the WNBA board, blow up the gynocracy and get some goddamn competent people that want to see this league succeed. Will you please?
In other words, throw up the chessboard pieces and start over again with fresh
Stomp
blood.
that sumbitch to shreds and get some people in here. Get some people onto the
Competent
board that
people.
actually want to see the WNBA thrive and not take any more goddamn handouts. Because they're getting a $2.2 billion handout and they're getting a $2.2 billion bailout with these new rights deals. You know what else I'd do? And a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy for saying this. Get rid of ESPN.
Really?
Because there's part of your problem anyway. The drama contained within ESPN. They're not going to let them stand out alone. Monica McNutt, hello.
I hadn't thought about that, Rob.
Think about it. Let me put it
You
this
think
way.
it's holding them back?
I have two words for you. Monica McNutt. Find the lie.
Touche. Okay.
Find the lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be a basketball savant. She's a basketball idiot savant. Heavy emphasis on the word idiot.
You idiot.
Some of the things she says irks the ever-loving piss out of me. And in a video that I did before that has since been blocked, but I'm going to redo that sumbitch again. I made a comparison of how Monica McNutt acts, A, when she's around Stephen A. Smith, but B, when she's around Jonathan Stewart or John Stewart. I beg your pardon. I don't need to fill in the rest of that sentence. Or let me fill in part of it. When she's around Stephen A. Smith, her attitude is such of the neck swinging, the finger pointing, and the "you could have done this 3 years ago." And those were her words. Now, do I need to complete that sentence?
What? So she's not even good at Monday morning quarterbacking. Then she's got to say something like that. That sounds very petty to me. That sounds petty.
Petty. It's very petty. You know how petty it is? I'll have to save that for a Patreon stream. But
respect.
read that also. Matter of fact, do me a favor, y'all. Do this. I'm putting my Patreon link in the chat. I haven't had a chance to put any content on it yet because I've been so horribly busy. But my wife gave me the green light to use it as a source and put some content on it, and she'll help me figure out the time to do it. And plus, she's one of my producers. Do me a favor, y'all. Please join the Patreon because I'm trying to use that as a forum to put out some better content and as a form of an income stream to help my family. And there's some things I can say there that I can't say here. I do have a brand to protect, but I'm not going to hold back either.
You do have to be careful what you say.
Absolutely, I have to be careful. I can't say the truth here, like Angel Reese's sorry ass and can't play basketball. Oh, oops. I said that aloud, didn't I?
Say how you really feel, man. Don't hold back.
I can't say aloud here that Angel Reese doesn't have the balls to have a jump shot from 15 feet. Oops. And you know the most dangerous part of it? You know the most dangerous part of Angel Reese?
Jordan used to do layups from 15 feet with his left hand.
And you just
not
brought
even his
the other
dominant
point.
hand. He would switch in the air to his weak hand and just do a layup. And then
seen him do it in person several times. And you know what's dangerous about Angel Reese if she ever figured it out? She's a lefty.
Southpaw on the court.
She is a southpaw. How rare is that?
Extremely rare.
But You know how many Southpaw? Sam Perkins.
Brother,
Anybody remember
if
him?
they invest, if they invest into this money properly, there may be a day when we don't have to make comparisons with Jordan or Kobe
Exactly.
Bryant, males from the NBW, even the
In the
WNBA.
NBA.
We should be able to compare with other females, not the brothers
Exactly.
playing in the NBA. Because
Now
that's
I
what we
will
keep doing
say,
right now. We keep competing
if you're a
with the males.
if you're a historian like I am,
Yes,
you can
sir.
make the comparisons on both sides. Because as I
Yeah,
said,
but it's not equal right now. Isn't that
it's
what they're
not
going to
it
complain about?
really isn't.
It's never
I've
going to be
loved
equal, but
WNBA. I've loved women's basketball since their first Final Four in 1982, and I've followed it since. I've also loved the WNBA since its inception in 1997. The rules changes that I love that they made is the fact that they do no longer play 20-minute halves. They do play 4 10-minute quarters. And I'm under the contention that if they can play 10-minute quarters, they can stretch it to 12 minutes. That's
like
the first
big
thing.
boys do.
The second thing that they've changed, which I love, it's no longer a cumulative foul per half. It's per quarter. It's per quarter. In other words, you get 4 fouls before you reach the bonus at 5, and that's in every quarter. For the overtime, it's just like the NBA. You're allowed 3 fouls before you go into the bonus at 4.
So wait. So run that by me again. So you're saying that every time when you foul somebody, non-intentional, that was not a shooting attempt, they go straight to the foul line.
If they reach 5 fouls as a team in a quarter, yes.
But that's too much. That's
No,
too. It should be. It's not. Not too much. My fault. As I said, it should be shorter because that means you could foul as many times as you want, and you don't have to put yourself in bonus.
But
I don't agree with that.
But during the context of the game, they made it so the same way the NBA does. You're allowed 4.
It should be consistent.
Fouls.
It should be consistent. Yeah.
Which brings me back to a point I talked about earlier. I'll get to it in a minute. 4 team fouls. I should have clarified and said 4 team fouls before you go into the bonus at 5.
Okay, that makes sense.
4 team. You're allowed 4 team fouls per period, and
Per
then
period,
you go into the bonus with the 5th foul, with the fifth team foul. As
because
I remember saying 15 foul penalty situation.
And me thinking about it, when you do it like that, that means you make the game much longer when you do that. But when you cut it down now, the game runs fully. Because now they have to think twice of foul.
Well, some of these players improve their skills. They'll have to think 3 times about fouling. Caitlin Clark, hello.
Yeah.
Because Caitlin Clark, as I said, has a jump shot, which is what separates her from Angel Reese, and which is what I believe makes Caitlin Clark the unanimous Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark can actually play the game.
None of them are going to be doing
in regards to if Angel Reese could rebound over 10 rebounds a game, and I figure average right now is like 13 rebounds a game.
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, rebounds nice, but you got to do some other things.
Look, rebounds
is that
wonderful.
13 rebounds for one player or for the whole team?
For one player.
For one player.
13 rebounds.
Is that the most right now in the WNBA right now this season?
No. This season. This season, yes.
And anybody else averaging close to 13 rebounds?
No.
In the WNBA? Wow, and there are some 7-footers, and they can't average that. That's sad.
You got 7-foot women that can't dunk the ball.
Yeah, but a 7-foot woman that can't rebound. If you're talking, come here, what's the average size height in WNBA? I guarantee you it's like 5'6".
10. 5'10".
That's even worse.
Still,
if someone is double that, they should be having over above rebounds.
Let me go back to the rebound leaders. Angel Reese. Okay. We incorrectly said 13. It's actually 12. 12 rebounds.
Okay. Well, I was close. I was close. Yep.
Angel Reese from Chicago's had 12 rebounds a game. Asia Wilson, far and away the runaway MVP this year, is averaging 11.9 rebounds. Nafessa Collier from Minnesota is at 10.2, and Darica Hamby from Los Angeles is at an even 10.
All right, I think that's the 6'8" chick, the blonde, the
Yeah.
blonde one. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna switch device. So I'm gonna hang up and come back. All right.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, the marketing has to change, man. And it has to be in favor of the players that you know can bring you asses in the seats. Because right
Just like
now,
the
Caitlin Clark
NBA
is bringing
does.
asses in the seats.
Yes, she is. And if they miss this golden
All right, she sound
opportunity,
better now.
people are going to be turned
Which
off next season. They'll be turned off to it.
I'm turned off now because they're missing the opportunity. Although I shouldn't be, because I'm covering the WNBA fever virtually. But
But brother,
what's turned me
you still have more interest in the WNBA than I do. I think I've watched 2-3 games in my whole life.
Mhm.
Until now, it's been boring to me. It's been very boring. It's
you
like
know
watching paint dry.
you know my other interest. I've also done play-by-play for women's college basketball for many years.
Mhm.
I threw them a question of who is their radio voice.
They have none.
And what was the answer?
I haven't gotten an answer yet.
Oh
That's
my,
that's where you
wow.
come in, Snowman.
Well, that is an answer. No answer is an answer. So
I haven't got.
you're actually no Snowman. You're pitching yourself to be that voice.
But
Yeah.
Snowman, this is a great no loss opportunity. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And since you are still a podcaster that still find your way, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of it immediately.
Oh, that's why I'm doing it here at home.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it here in studio.
Mhm.
I haven't done a game yet because I've had baseball around me. I've had to get family. I had to help get family situated, and I had to get myself situated. Villainous news. Are you allowed in locker rooms for interviews? When I covered the Sky, yes. I don't know if they've changed their policy yet, but the policy was we had to wait 20 minutes while the ladies had a cooling off period and the coach spoke to them. Matter of fact, the coach came out first for post game interviews. Then when we got the okay and everything was clear, then we go in and get our interviews. Because I interviewed Elena Deladon for a post game several hundred times.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that's still the policy,
Okay.
but yes, as far as I know. And Villainous, that's exactly how I would approach the interview. Numbers are one thing, wins and losses are the main thing. What do you think you could have done better to help your team win? I bet you if I pose that question to Angel, she'll bristle at me. I bet you. Matter of fact, let me go one step further. If
That
I
would be
interviewed
interesting.
any member of the gynocracy and posed that honest question, they'd bristle at me. Oops.
That's got to go to Patreon. That would be a good question. I mean,
That's definitely going on Patreon. That
yeah.
question right there. In fact, I think I will drop my first Patreon stream on Monday. Because I would do it on Sundays, but this coming Sunday is my 52nd birthday.
Oh,
So
happy birthday,
after beating cancer, when no one gave me a chance, I'm going to celebrate.
You beat cancer. Man, but way to go, man.
Stage 4 pancreatic cancer, as a matter of fact.
Whoa, stage 4.
Stage 4. Kicked it in the ass.
Wow. What was
My
your
wife wouldn't let
if
me
you
give
if you
up,
don't
and I'm not.
look, if I'm getting too personal, let me know. But was it your
fine.
diet? Was it exercise? Was it
Blood clots in both my lungs started it. I had blood clots in both my lungs. And then after they got the blood clots out of my lungs is when they discovered the mass on the left side of my abdomen. And when they discovered that, then it was revealed that I had pancreatic cancer. A lot of it was my diet. A lot of it was me having type 2 diabetes, which I'm going to kick in the ass again.
I have a younger brother. He beat type 2 diabetes like 15 years ago. He changed his diet. He lost a lot of weight. and he doesn't even take insulin now. So it can be done. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be done. I know it can be done. I beat it once, then depression hit me, and I beat it. Because when I got diagnosed with with pancreatic cancer, I cannot tell you how depressed I was. I cannot tell you how depressed I was. You know what I want? You know what kind of example I want to be for black men? A black man that has beaten all of his ailments, got healthy at his quote unquote advanced age, and ain't taking pills anymore to stay healthy. Save a multivitamin.
That's what I was waiting to hear.
Within a year, I will be off all my pills. The ones I will probably have to continue, the medicine I will have to continue to take is a blood thinner, so I don't get clots in my lungs or in my liver again, and a multivitamin. That's it.
Like a multivitamin with B mostly, right?
Yep. When I turned
and you get vitamin C from eating fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe, pineapple, mangoes. You get your vitamin C straight from that. Get plenty of sunshine and exercise.
And I love and I love pineapples. Matter of fact, I got a request from anybody in the chat. Can someone hit me with a Cash App so I can bring some pineapples in the house from my family? Because Jody and I both love pineapples. Let me put my Cash App back up here. And I need help with the Cash App to get some gas in my car for the night and the weekend and to get some groceries in the house. We both, Jody and I both. Matter of fact, let me tell that part of the story because I don't think Naughty American Expat knows this part of it. Jody and I both are on a health mission because she wants to drop some weight. She wants to get healthier. I want to get healthier. And we, at age 52, I'll be 52 on Sunday. I'm challenging both of us for a year.
You sure you're gonna be 52 or 53? I'm not sure what year you're born. Just curious.
I was born in 72. I'll be 52 on Sunday.
All right. You're accurate. Okay,
yeah, I'll be 52 on Sunday.
Okay.
When we turn 53 next year, I want us to stroll on the beach and piss all the youngins off.
That's a doable goal, man. Godspeed on reaching it. You can do it because you guys have each other to play off each other's energy. So yeah, it's nothing stopping.
And Jody is it for me, y'all. Okay. And let me find a perfect picture. Jody is it for me, period. Since the day I met her. And I've always said, and we both have said to each other, when you know, you know. When I first heard Jody's voice, I knew. Right there, right then and there. Have we been through a lot together? Yep. Are we going to go through a lot more together? Yep. But you know what's fun? Having her love me the same way I love her.
But brother, why is it? And maybe I'm making a big generalization here. Just how I've
go for it.
I'm going by personal experience. Why is it that we men we know when we know, but women they play these games with themselves,
because they want to play
themselves. They have this group think like if their friends don't want the man, then they brush him off. But say if you and I knew each other for 20 years, you say, hey man, I met this great girl. I met her in a coffee shop. We hit it off. She's the one. We don't sit there and test you and make that woman jump through hoops. We just take her word for it because the man knows.
You want to know an honest answer? It depends on what race woman you're talking about. It depends on the race.
I got a more honest answer. But go ahead, Chaos.
It depends on the race of women, but let's be honest. Misery loves company. See, they would glorify that you don't have them.
Listen, Chaos, would you say that again? Would you say that again for those of us in the cheap seats at Old Candlestick Park?
Oh,
say that again.
Misery loves company.
And yes, I brought Candlestick Park into the conversation.
Yeah, misery loves company, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Let me show y'all the reason. Those of you who know me have already seen this particular picture, but let me show you guys the reason that Jody and I get shit everywhere we go. Bang. Does that tell you anything?
I had a feeling that was the reason. It must be the glasses. She's wearing glasses. That's what they give you shit. That's the reason why, man. You should have got a woman who didn't have glasses on. You should know better. You are selling out,
Do-
getting a woman
do
with
you-
glasses on.
Hey,
I don't even want to
do
talk to
you
you
know
anymore,
how
man.
many? Do
This
you
is
know
just
how
bad.
many
This is
jokes?
bad overall.
Wait. You know how many jokes Jody and I have made surrounding this?
I could
Glasses,
imagine.
no glasses, height difference, except the most obvious damn reason.
It's the glasses. That's the obvious reason. I can tell. People are hating on you because you have a woman with glasses on. Shit's got to change, Snowman. Shit's got to.
People are
People have to evolve.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
People are hating on me because I have a woman who fucking loves me.
Yeah.
Not only that,
Loves
how many
you.
times-
Loves you down to the bone.
down
Fighting
to
cancer.
the heart and soul.
Yes.
Down to the heart and soul, man. She calls me her dragon because I am very protective of her and my family. You fuck with my family, old dragon's gonna breathe fire.
Wait a minute. Now isn't a dragon? That's toxic masculinity. Come on now. Really? That's toxic, man. You're supposed to be soft and feminine and not speak with someone's bass in your voice. Come on, small man. Come on now. Come on.
Keep it. Wait a minute.
How
let's have
how
let's have a
dare
little fun.
you?
Hey,
How
wait a minute.
dare you?
Hey, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. I want you to say all that again because I got a sound I'm gonna accompany it with. Go for it.
How dare you? Toxic masculinity. Oh my goodness. The dragon? You should be a hamster or a rabbit, a bunny rabbit. How dare you? I feel sorry for your wife. I really do.
You know, wait a minute. Do you know people actually have said that? That they feel sorry for Jody?
I can imagine.
They say it sometimes, and this is from family. They say it right to her face.
To her face?
Yes.
Wow. I was assuming they said behind our back.
I wish I was
Which
joking.
family? You mean Jody's side of the family?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
They
But
they talk.
was she married before? Was she
Like
married
he's
before?
not even there. They talk like he's not even there.
Was
Like
she
he-
married before?
You know what? You know what?
Let me answer Chaos's question twice before.
If Snowman wore glasses like his
I
wife,
agree.
then they wouldn't say it in front of him. But since he doesn't wear glasses, they're gonna talk to him like he's invisible. That's what it is. I know that's what it is.
You an asshole for that, but you're also true.
I'm trying to make
You an
light of it,
asshole
brother.
for that,
That's
but
all.
you,
I'm trying to
but
make
at the
light
same
of it.
time,
I am
you
the
a-
naughty American X-Pac, so I have to be a
Yes.
little naughty here. But
Yes.
yeah, I do empathize.
You
with
an
it. I
asshole for that, but
empathize
you're
with you.
also true.
Yes, sir.
You're also true. There's
I
no
say it
way.
in jest, but I empathize
I know.
with what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? Jody and I jest so much. You know what I mean? We have so much fun with and around each other that it pisses some member of the family off.
They're
that
pissed
we
off
do
because you're
joke
not
around.
offended. They're pissed off because you don't get offended by it. Wow. That's even better.
No, it really pisses them off when I vow to protect my family. I vow to protect my family. You can
And they
say
don't-
whatever insults you
and
want about me.
They believe in
I have no-
stereotypes that men
Listen.
who don't wear glasses won't protect their family. They think that
Listen,
they're just
listen.
lazy.
Let me put it this way. I've had people actually troll me online that I worked with before, saying that I'm lazy, not knowing my body is not fully healed yet. And my daughter, Cheyenne, even tells me, reminds me to take it easy. But you can say anything about me you want. I don't care. I've been through it all. I've beaten it all.
Just
You
don't talk
speak ill
about
of
your
my
family.
family. You speak ill of my wife, however, and I'm stunning your ass.
As every man should be.
As you step out of line, I'm stepping in your ass.
As you're supposed to.
There. On the left is the picture we took at Soldier Field last fall when I did the Chicago Football Classic, and I will be doing it again. And on the right was just a simple date night picture.
Look at those smiles. Wow.
These smiles ain't going away.
That's what's killing them. That's what's killing them. The smiles is what's killing them. Because if you were at each other's throat, oh, they would love that. They come with the fake sympathy, like, oh, they're there.
They'd say,
They're
and they go,
there.
see, told you he's like that. Told you he's like that. They would say that in a heartbeat. The discussion that has been making the rounds and making the circles is and this is of course from the Gynocracy, that the goal is not marriage. Let me show you two more pictures here. The goal is not marriage, eh? Ebony K. Williams, hello. I'm sorry, did I say that aloud?
Yeah, man. Those
Don't say it out loud. Those are inside thoughts. Inside thoughts.
I can't take you nowhere. You dumb as hell. I love you for that, man.
Remember, since we're all we all remember Connie Chung when she said, "Just between you and me." Remember that?
Yes.
Years ago.
Yes.
Like she didn't have a hot mic.
Right.
Millions of people weren't watching. Just between you
millions
and
of
me.
people watching. She go, just between you and me. I laughed every time I said that.
She's the wife of Maury Povich, by the way.
Yep.
That tells you a lot.
Let me show y'all two pictures that, to this day, I believe pissed my family off. Because when a man meets a woman, and he really, really falls and feels for her, what do you think he wants to do? He wants to take her down the aisle.
Take her down the aisle and show off in front of the world.
On the left is the first picture we ever took together in September of 2018. And on the right, my wedding day, June 25th, 2019. My wedding day.
Quick. I guess you really did know she was the one. You wiped her up very quick. Congratulations, man.
Proposed January 2nd, 2019, while LSU was beating the piss out of Central Florida. Yep.
She was the one and you knew it. But apparently us men of our persuasion aren't supposed to have that I guess that skill and our repertoire of emotions. And we're supposed to be able to do that.
Wait. Here are one of the 5 rules of the household, and it's a running joke here in the house. The first one is the wife's always right. The second one. And
she's correcting you in the background, and you giving her compliments. See how they do it?
And you wonder why I love Jody so much, because she throws zingers at me as quick as I throw them at her. And y'all wonder why I love this woman so much.
Sounds like she's your best friend, man.
Yes. In fact, that was the song she walked down the aisle to me. You're My Best Friend by Queen. That was the song she walked down the aisle to me.
Y'all went old school with the music too. Wow.
Hell yeah, we went old school.
For Freddie Mercury from Queen singing.
We went with Queen's You're My Best Friend. And what's up, All-Star G? Thanks for joining the conversation. If anybody else wants to come up, I figure I'll stay here a little longer. I'll throw the link in the chat.
I'm gonna jump down, brother, so I allow another person to come up. And I'll go back to the chat.
Stay with me.
Are you sure? Okay.
I'm positive.
I didn't want to hog everything, so
listen. I got a few more minutes, and I love doing conversations like I love doing streams and conversations like this.
Man.
And y'all got me thinking how I can improve my Patreon. So let's bring it. Let's bring it. So the obvious reason that people still pick at us is because of our height difference. But the ones who really know us use it as said running joke and move on. And I've had the Gynocracy. Matter of fact, let me tell this story. At Know the American, you are going to get such a kick out of this. When we moved to North Carolina, there was one night Jody and I wanted a date night. So we went to Denny's in Henderson, North Carolina. Well, everything was great. We sat there for a little while. We were cutting up. We were joking with each other. The waitresses came by. They were joking with us, and we were just having a grand time. Then the gynocracy walked in.
Dun, dun, dun.
These 4 members of the gynocracy had a weave down to their ass. The fake claws were out. I don't want to even talk about the eyebrows.
I can imagine. The stolen ones from the camel.
I don't want to talk about the eyebrows.
The ones they shave off and draw them back on.
The makeup, the pounds and pounds of makeup. They saw Jody. I had to go to the bathroom. I ran to the restroom. I came back. They saw Jody get up and head toward the counter to pay the bill for the evening. And then they make the connection to me.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now let's play a game, shall we?
I can just imagine.
With all of that, what do you think these 4 members of the gynocracy were thinking when they connected Jody and myself? I have a bell standing by for every correct answer you can think of. And
he must be unemployed. He's a bum. He's cheating on her.
You got more talk to shit. It's funny.
Keep going. Come up with. If y'all got some answers in the chat, throw them in the chat.
He's probably just stringing her along, making her pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go talk to her so we can warn her about him.
Cop blocking.
They don't even really care about it. They just hate you so much. They don't really care about it, but they'll fake the phone just to mess up your damn thing. That's all.
I'll throw my own answer, and I will use the
not
voice.
To be too naughty, but go ahead.
Look. A, this is Snowman you're huddled up here with, and B, let it fly, man. I figure we can repeat this on Monday when I do the Patreon stream. Fuck it.
Roger that, man. Roger that.
And I will use one of my favorite sounds, courtesy of the legendary Al Michaels. He did what? And All-Star G, let me put this up here, and I give you a bell also.
Okay, I didn't want to say that. I don't know what you allow on your show, but that was on my mind.
This is me.
I was going to say the nerve of this bitch ass nigga. I was going to say that.
Let me give you a double. I don't know kick cancer in the, listen, I kick cancer in the ass. You think I care about what some people about what the gynocracy thinks? I just use it and have fun with it. Keep them coming.
Okay.
You know what? Let me go Mortal Kombat on what they were
thinking.
No.
I have one for you. So
go for it.
All these black women. He couldn't get a sister. He just had to get her. That goes the other way too, you know.
Yeah, it does.
He just had. He couldn't find one good enough for him. Look at him. That's what they like, I guess.
You mean or this one was actually spoken to me in person. You mean you couldn't find a sister to get with? I said, they found me. And she go, well, why didn't you give me one? Because I didn't want them.
when she said that, did she put her arms out and did the head nod to the rest of her friends when she said that? When she answered that question? Or the dings have it then.
That answer your question?
Sí, claro.
Matter of fact, where's that? Rod Bramlett, former voice of the Auburn Tigers, rest in peace to him, had one of the most perfect phrases when they walked in and they saw me and Jody.
I think I just broke my chair.
Find the lie. It happened to
So
us.
how
in
long,
Terre Haute.
brother? I don't want to cut you off. So you were in the bathroom. She went to go pay the bill. They got you? How long did it take them? I feel like I'm interviewing you now. How long did it take that bold one? Well, just to come up to step to you like you her brother or cousin, just to talk to you, a
About
complete
30
stranger.
seconds.
How many seconds did it take?
About 30 seconds.
Well, that's a long time. Usually it's quicker than that. She must have
thought,
restrained herself.
listen, I thought we made it. I thought we made it to the finish line.
You said, let me
thought
go to the
we made it
bathroom,
across-
clean up. We
listen,
made it. Thank you. You in the
I
bathroom
thought
thanking
we
God.
made it
Thank you,
across
Jesus.
the
We
goal
made
line.
it. We
Let me
made
put
it.
it-
Thank you.
Yep.
We come
Yep.
out.
I thought we made it across the goal line.
You said,
But
oh,
an
here we
initiated
go.
review said we came up short, fourth down.
Repeat a second down.
Exactly.
5-year
And
penalty.
finally, we went old school New York Giants. We went old school New York Giants on their ass and pulled them over and out of the way. Ran to the car, sat there, and laughed our ass off.
Y'all wait till y'all got to the car to laugh? Oh man, you restrained yourself. Wow. So
You know why
she
we
said
restrained?
it. She said
You
it
know-
within her earshot. No, did she get you at the bathroom, or she went to you got to your girl? She did it in front of both of you, or just you by yourself?
She got me by myself.
Because we
It's
know
when-
she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't dare do it in front of her because she's still a woman. She knows not to say that in front of a woman.
Listen,
She got
Jody
some
may be
sense to her.
Jody may be soft spoken, but you piss her off, you're gonna get a stone cold stunner.
The Stone Cold Stunner. The Stone Cold
Mhm.
Stunner. You
You're
might
gonna
get
get
it.
a stone. You're gonna get a stone cold stunner on that ass.
So how long did she have you in the corner, like drilling you? Well, I mean, I have to give me the whole thing, her whole disposition when she coming off mad.
I came out of the bathroom,
Uh-huh.
heading for the counter. The eyes were watching me walk by, and then one of them finally stepped up to me while
They
Jody's
watch
back
you like
was
a pack of hyenas. Here he comes.
Uh-huh. And you know the crazy part? Let me make this comparison. Have you ever gone to a club and the sign was up ladies' night after 10 p.m.?
Yes. Long time ago when I was younger.
Apparently, it was gynocracy night, and we were leaving just as they put the sign up. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and my ass is glued to this chair.
So just one of them were looking at you, or all of them were looking at you? But it was just like those laser
All
eyes.
four of them were looking at me going,
Oh, hell no!
That old Richard Pryor joke. They look at you like you killed your mama.
yep,
Yep.
with a
Oh, hell no!
on top of that.
But what's the trip is they're hypocritical because they'll turn around and they'll date a guy with glasses too. And they don't want, and they can't wait for someone to say something. We never say nothing to them.
Matter
We
of
don't-
fact,
we
they
don't
dare us
approach
to
them.
say
We don't stand. We can give a damn. We sitting there ignoring them. That's when they get mad at us. We don't care.
Listen, we don't give two-fifths of a half of a damn. Okay? We don't care. We don't give a fuck.
I don't
We
give a
stop.
righteous.
Listen, let me borrow.
Ain't that guy with glasses? I don't care. Go ahead.
Look, Kevin.
Chaos is in the cut being quiet.
Look, I think Chaos is holding his stomach, laughing.
You all right, Chaos? You all right, man? Let him get
You
up.
okay?
I'm
Let
here.
him, let him get up.
Are you laughing as much as we are about this whole incident?
Not really. I'm just sitting back and chilling. To be honest.
Brother, you know it's chaos. You know it's the truth. We don't care when sisters go out with some guy that wear glasses. We don't care. We mind our business. We don't. We could care. We're happy she got somebody.
Mhm.
Come on, enjoy.
We really don't.
They get mad. They get mad because we don't care.
And they get mad because we go on with our business.
Exactly.
Which make me pose the question:
What in the all types of blue hell
are they thinking? I leave y'all with this: with as many incidents that Jody and I have gone through in the 6 years we've been together, 5 years married. Kevin,
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
yes, I found that soundbite and snatched it.
That soundbite never gets old, man. I can see his face doing it, slapping his leg.
Smacking the desk.
I know. I remember one episode, Kevin hit the desk, so he knocked. You know, he always had an iPad, a phone, 2 phones.
He knocked.
On.
I think he knocked
the
both
shit
of them.
off.
He knocked the shit out of it. I watched that when I was driving. Listen, I watched that when I was driving back from Lewisburg back to Henderson. Pulled over and laughed my head off just as Jody called me and said, "Can you pick up some dinner for us?" How good is that for timing?
It's perfect timing.
How good is that for timing?
That's divine timing right there.
How good is that for timing when I hear that Kevin knocks the piss out of his equipment? I get a call from my sweetheart. Can you pick up some dinner for us? Baby, what do you want? I want some KFC. I just happen to be right here. Give me 20 minutes.
I'm on the drive through now.
I pulled over at
Why are you laughing so hard? She asked you why. She said, "Why are you laughing so hard? What's so funny?" Well, never mind. I'll tell you when I get home.
And that's exactly what I said. I will tell you later. I told her
he was their advocate, brother. He was their last. He was their last prophet. He was their last prophet to help him. He actually gave a damn. Through all the jokes, through all the jokes, through all his sound bites, he was clowning them, saying "bye dog, die long." Deep down, he really had empathy for them. I commend him for that because they have no ideas. They clowned him when he passed away, and it's like they really had a gem and they blew it.
And they blew
now
it.
Look at them all shook.
And they blew it. Say it again. They blew it.
They blew it, man. They blew it.
And they had it. They had a gem. They had an advocate.
Yes.
And
they fumbled inside the end zone. Systematic safety.
And it's a safety. Because it went out the back of the end zone for a safety.
Yep.
They had a game winning layup, and they allowed LeBron to block them.
At the last 10 seconds, just slap it out the hand and slap the ball into the stadium hard.
They had a game winning layup, and they allowed Michael Jordan on one leg to show up.
Alley-oop. Yes, the alley-oop. He lowered the rim down from below
10 feet to 7
regulations. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna give y'all a shot.
I'm gonna lower the rim and lower it and tilt it so the ball can't.
So you can't miss.
You can't miss.
We're not going to even start that. We got the clock. Forget tenths of a second. We got the clock down to hundredths of a second to give you every opportunity. Everyone opportunity. And still in the back, you got people saying, "I bet you $100,000 they're going to miss."
Yeah, I should have took that bet. I should have made that bet.
I sure as hell would have took that bet.
He was their last hope, man. He was like a damn.
I would have taken that bet blindfolded. You
Look at
understand?
him now, man.
I'd have taken that bet blindfolded.
But look at them now, man. They're imploding on themselves. That whole
It's
sisterhood
done.
they're imploding on themselves. They're mad because even the guys with the glasses don't want them now. So
They are Adam DUNN done.
not even the guys with glasses overseas wants them.
Not even a fuck overseas glasses. Period. Glasses. Period. You understand? Glasses. Period.
Yeah, glasses. Period. Tinted or clear. They don't want them.
Tinted, clear, 6 foot, 6 foot range, 4 foot range. You can see everybody behind you. They don't care.
Excellent. They don't care. They don't.
They are done. As I said, they are Adam DUNN done.
I shouldn't be laughing at it, man, but it just I have to because it's.
You can't help
it. I actually thought there was hope for them because I was like, man, they literally just cut their last thing. They cut their own throat. Basically, they just you know what? They're not. But collectively, we're not.
Let me put it this way.
All we want is a short term insulting this man, belittling him, and now they're on to the next flavor of the month. They don't realize that they have younger sisters, they have daughters, and they're not thinking of them. Maybe it's too late for them, but they're not thinking of Gen Z. They're not thinking of Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha
they're
is
not
like
thinking beyond their box. They're not thinking beyond their box. They are not thinking beyond their box.
Very one-dimensional thinking, and it is extremely selfish, and it's pathetic. And I shouldn't be laughing at it, but I am. I'm just too old to pretend. I'm too old to pretend.
I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing at it. Matter of fact, this championship ring that my wife gave me should have come from a black woman. Sorry, your attitude pissed me off. Can I get a witness?
Amen.
Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness in this bitch?
He said it again for people in the back pew who are back there sleeping. He ain't speaking loud enough for the motherfuckers back there.
Where are you located, man? What's in
I got family out of California. I was born in New Jersey, but most of my family's in California. I grew up there when I was 10. But I've been in Kenya off and on since 2021. I'm an expat here, hence my YouTube handle.
Hence the name. Can we get an amen for those of us in the cheap seats at the old Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford?
Haven't they gone home already? I'm sorry. They still in the parking lot. They having a tailgate party.
They're having a post-game tailgate, man.
The tailgate party lasts 3-4 hours. Yeah, they still back there.
I've done Chicago Catholic League games for 13 years. Wow. It's a 1 hour tailgate before the game and a 4 hour tailgate after the game.
And how they driving home? Because I know they've been drinking.
Dude,
do the cops just look the other way? I mean,
the cops don't give two shits.
They're out there with them.
They're with them in the goddamn huddles.
They're doing like that. They're doing like that cop in the first John Wick movie. He says, "Are you working?" They're like this saying, "Are you guys drinking?" Okay, I'll let you be.
And that's exactly. I've covered Brother Rice. I covered Marist. I covered games at St. Rita. I covered games with Mount Carmel. If it's a Chicago Catholic League game, it's a party.
The after party is in the parking lot.
Before, during, and after.
So what
Before, during, and after. You understand me?
I can imagine the shenanigans that go on afterwards, win or lose. I can imagine.
Listen, I did a 6 overtime game.
Ooh.
In the rain on the roof. St. Rita won the game. I was covering the game for Brother Rice. I climbed down, and fans of St. Rita are saying this is one of the best games you've ever called.
Wow.
I went home. I peeled off my my trench coat and found 4 beers waiting for me.
Oh, everybody was listening.
I found 2 in each pocket. I found 4 beers waiting on my ass.
That's only because only 4 could fit there. They probably would have gave you more. 6.
Oh, I had 2. I also had 2 plates.
Oh, I bet the food was good, but they was out there barbecuing and everything.
Lasted.
Oh,
Hey, that food
in
lasted
the
all
rain.
damn week. Listen,
They
that food
they
lasted all
hardcore.
damn weekend.
They hardcore, man.
That
Man.
food lasted all damn weekend.
Ah.
You understand me? That food lasted all damn weekend.
You didn't have to go grocery shopping.
But seriously, when okay, I tell you this. I did a softball game in Lewisburg when I was in North Carolina. My honey was asleep, and it was an 11 o'clock
All right,
first pitch.
I'm gonna jump down. See you later.
Huh?
I'm about to leave. Take care. You hear me good? You hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to go. Take care now.
Okay.
All right.
Peace out, brother.
Take care. Man,
So what happened, man?
I don't know. I suspect he'll tell me a little later because I opened the conversation for everybody.
Bad, man.
I open the conversation for everybody. My only thing is, if you wanted to say something, jump in. Jump in, man.
That was my consensus. I thought if you gave the
Jump
invite.
in, offer your thoughts. If we disagree, we talk it out.
I'm a
Listen.
subscriber to your channel, so you gave me the invite from BGS's live. I said, okay, let me go
I did.
see what he's talking about.
I mean, everybody has if I drop the link, everybody has a chance to come up and voice their thoughts. Bring it on. Isn't that what friends are supposed to do?
Yeah. Maybe something came up.
But when I had to do a game in Lewisburg, drove from Henderson to Lewisburg, it was 11 o'clock for the first pitch. And I got there early and they were barbecuing. Fuck.
You can smell it.
Why? I could smell it 2 miles away. Y'all Borgen with a $5 super sticker. Thank you very much for that. Man, you can smell this and see the smoke from the college. I'm like, oh, hell no. The coach called me and said, we're not going to start the game until 1. Go get Jody and bring her for lunch. You're on. I raced back home and I said, Jody, they've invited you. But then I remembered she couldn't walk because she had a torn Achilles. So she said, just bring me a plate and we're good. I came back with a week's worth of plates. When people know you and your partner, they show support, man. Unless you're not wearing glasses, and we've already had that funny conversation. All right, let me get on out of here. I have a beauty waiting for me, and then I got to take my daughter to work later. But
Hey,
man, thank you for coming.
You know what? Once again, Godspeed on you beating that cancer, man.
Thank you.
I hope you. I wish you well, and that goal that you and your wife have. I hope by this time next year y'all could be on the beach, showing each other off, and just letting them know. All those people out there who got a problem with you with somebody with glasses on, they can just sit there and take it. Just take it.
Sit there and take the picture. Make sure you get the close up correct.
Spell my government name right while you're at it.
Exactly.
Snowman.
Spell my name correctly, and that's Mr. Snowman to you.
They say Snowman's not your real name. It's my government name to you. Spell it right.
Exactly.
Right.
Spell it correctly.
Get my book.
Give
You
me
should
my-
get my good side. Go
Give
get my
me
good side.
and my wife our proper props.
Because if you're going to talk bad about us, spell our names correctly, so we can get all the credit.
Exactly.
Thanks for having me on, brother.
Oh,
Thanks
not a
lot.
problem. I love you very
All right.
much. Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace out.
And I'm saying good night as well. Thank you, folks.